Hey, this is Jolene Wallace here for Town Square Media, and I have the opportunity to speak with Maureen Hancock. She's an internationally renowned spirit medium, an intuitive teacher, a lecturer, a holistic healer, and an author of a best-selling book. Hey, Maureen, how you doing?
Hey, doing great. How about yourself?
I'm fantastic. I hear we got something in common.
Yes?
We're both New Englanders, huh? You're from Boston?
Yay. Yes, I am. Well, a little south of Boston.
Very
and
cool.
I try to hide the wicked awesome accent.
I love the wicked awesome accent. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
So my long story short, this all started for me, the whole mediumship ability, as a young child. I had a childhood illness, lead paint poisoning, where back in the day everything was lead paint based, and I chewed the windowsills in my crib, and I actually slipped into a coma, and I spent 3 years in Children's Hospital in Boston, about a year straight. I should not have survived. When I came home from the hospital at 5 years old, I used to see spirits walking all around the house. Now, kids are very open to seeing spirits, and babies see them all the time. For me, it was scary. I pulled the covers up, go away. And, we're Irish, so I just thought they were drunken house guests because my parents had a lot of parties. But anyway, so I tried to stifle it through the years, and in 1992, I was in a car accident, fell asleep at the wheel, hit a tree, broke every bone in my face, and my grandmother had just passed the week before. I actually felt her with me, and a rush went through my body, and I was standing outside of a completely crushed vehicle when the fire rescue team showed up. Had a miraculous recovery, definitely a near-death experience, and then I started to hear spirits
That's amazing.
and whatnot. I know. So it was crazy. I tried to hide it, and it was 9/11 that was the turning point for me, because I was litigation manager at Logan Airport, Boston, and I was bombarded by the voices of 9/11. I ended up quitting my job. I started a widows group for local folks affected by 9/11, and then I started a cancer foundation working with sick children and adults, because I also have a holistic background.
Well, that's quite a story.
Aha. And I'm the comedian medium because I'm a former stand-up comic in Boston. And when this all started to happen for me, it was so overwhelming, just my natural responses to, add humor to make it a celebration of life and memories, not scary, not ooga booga. So people that come to my events called Postcards from Heaven say that they have never laughed so hard, cried so hard, and healed so much in their lives. So it's really something to see.
I really like that. The idea of a celebration of life and memories, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, because you think death, and it is so overwhelming, but we've filled rivers and oceans with tears. I want to see happy tears, and, say somebody's parent comes through and they're like, remember when this happened and that, and I take on the personality, a little bit of Whoopi Goldberg, Morticia, Orlando, is that you? Damn, baby, what'd you do to your hair? So, but then I get really serious and give very specific details, names, dates, how they passed, so that there's no denying that it is your loved one in spirit communicating with you.
That's very cool. And I know you've been doing shows all over New England too, right?
Yeah, I've been doing these Postcards from Heaven events for the last 12 years, and now I'm so blessed. I put one on my website, and it sells out in an hour. So I get to a lot of people when I do these group events. A lot of mediums that do this stage mediumship, they might read, 5 to 8 people. I probably read 40 to 50 in a 2-hour span. I'm the Walmart of mediums.
That's awesome. That's very cool. And something else to be proud of, too, is I know you've been on all kinds of TV shows, Martha Stewart magazine, lots of radio stations as well, and you've been, on the Ricky Lake Show a million times, and you're actually doing like a pilot project for possibly getting your own show. Is that right?
That's right. Well, first, I got a call, and I thought it was a joke. Maureen, this is Disney calling, and I'm like, who is this? So I actually did a pilot called Psychic in Suburbia that folks can watch on YouTube. with Disney and ABC and the Ghost Whisperer producers, and that was on the Style Network. And then I was on Ricky Lake a whole bunch of times, like you said. And they liked me so much that Fox offered me a talk show deal, and so we shot a pilot, and it's shifting a little bit now. We just did another pilot, and it involves some very deep, serious work with families, and that's all I can say right now. But I should know in the next couple of weeks if it goes to series, and if it's meant to be, it'll be. And I work a lot with the FBI and police around the country on murders and missing children, and trying to give back. So I have my cancer work that I do. I work with parents who have just lost children. Those are the only private readings I do, and they're all free for newly bereaved, and I hold support groups and things like that. So that's near and dear to my heart.
Well, that's awesome. And thanks for taking a few minutes for talking to us today. I know people can actually go online and check out your website. It's MaureenHancock.com. You can find out about events that you're doing in the future. Your bio is up there. There's like a Q&A page, which is kind of cool too. You know, there are some skeptics out there, but I think I read some of the Q&As, and, you know, your answers are just amazing. So.
Oh, thank you. And hey, I'm a former skeptic, I have to say. So, you know, the good Irish Catholic girl, you know, don't go to psychics. And so I never did. And so when this happened to me, I was like, here we go. And I think that's why the humor helps, because it lets people's guards down. I mean, I speak at national FBI conferences, and you can't get a room full of bigger skeptics than that.
Right.
And to have them with their arms folded, scowls, and they leave hugging me and thanking me and brought to tears, that is something to see. And hey, my Facebook fan page, Maureen Hancock fan page, is an inspirational place where I tell stories. I post videos on how to do this yourself. We are all mediums. Everyone has intuition. We're just too cluttered. So you have to learn to clear the clutter to hear, feel, and see.
And that's right. Check it out at MaureenHancock.com. And I'm sure we'll be talking to you again sometime soon, Maureen. Thanks for taking a few minutes to talk to me today.
Can't wait. Talk to you soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.